Hi ladies, it's Valerie. I'm coming to you from a very special place today. This is the mountain. I'm going to try to give you guys a shot of it. This is where I have been coming lately, just to be able to have a little bit of time to myself. There are people who walk on these trails, so I'm a little nervous if they see me talking to myself. They're gonna think that I'm pretty crazy. But we'll kind of deal with that when it comes. So there are actually some people coming over here, but I'll just do my best. Here's another view of it. There's some animals over there in the brush. And this is my little spot over there where I sit. And there's a really lovely little chair area for me there. So anyway, I'm going to try to find a good spot that, I can see you guys. So I just got back, actually. I'm in the middle of my work day. I'm taking a few minutes though because I had a doctor's appointment this morning. It wasn't really a doctor's appointment, it was just lab work. So I'm feeling really frustrated this morning. Okay, so first of all, let me begin this on a happy note. Thank you so much to all of my subscribers, and I really, really appreciate you more than you know. The community and the support is just so important to me right now. And I do have a little bit of a notes list here. I don't know how much I'll get through it right now, but if I don't, then I'll do more tonight of an update. So just to give you an update, I'm on cycle day 64 today. I had taken Provera, I finished it on the 14th, so it's been 11 days, and I feel like my body wants to start my period, but it's not. So it's just not happening. There's a little bit of, brownish, pinkish CM when I go and check the cervical position and everything, but really it's not happening like my body feels like it, like I'm getting the backaches like I normally would, but it's just not happening. So I don't have any sort of bright red, like the stuff that's supposed to be the cycle day 1 start. So it's really frustrating. I called the nurse the other day and told her what was going on, and she said that I definitely should have started by now, so for some reason that's not happening. So we went ahead and scheduled the SIS ultrasound for next Wednesday, so that's August 31st at 10:45. So unless it's unless cycle day 1 does happen, then I'll call back to to kind of reschedule, but as for now, that's when it's going to be. I just went in this morning, as you can see from my lovely bandage here. I don't even know if you can see that, but I'm going to move somewhere else. It's a little warm right here in the sun. Okay, sorry. Just totally bear with me. And there's a few more passerby coming through. So anyway, basically, hi ladies, so please excuse the last video. I wanted to share it with you though because I really, really enjoy this mountain and I really wanted to share it with you. So I was thinking about just scrapping it and just re-recording the whole thing, but I really wanted to share the mountain with you. So anyway, I came back to my car so that I would feel a little bit better about sharing with you. And what I was saying was that my body's just not starting yet. I feel like it wants to start. Please excuse all this, crazy, lovely acne that I've got going on. Again, I always have terrible acne anyway. My skin is really terrible, so but I know that like around the time of my period, I will get really hormonal acne. So it's, you know, all along the jawline, and it's really that just really painful acne. I know that's gross, but I mean it is, and one of those lovely things that I get to deal with. So anyway, I'm a little bit frustrated this morning because I'm looking down because I have notes. I was a little bit frustrated because I went this morning, I called a nurse a couple of days ago to be like, look, the Provera, I'm not starting. I do have, like I said, a little bit of pinkish brown cervical mucus when I'm checking for cervical position. You know, so there's something going on. It feels like my body wants to start my period. Like I've got the backaches, you know, some cramping. I never really get abdominal, you know, or lower uterine cramping for my periods. It's always just the backaches. So, and I have a little bit of that, not near as bad as it normally is, but I'm like, I can feel, like, again, it kind of feels like my body's wanting to start, but it's just not. So, cycle day 64, longest cycle I've ever had. And I don't know why. I did start temping again. My temps are super high. I'm assuming that's from the progesterone, and by super high, I mean like 98.3, 0.17. I'm thinking that they're starting to come down, which is an awesome thing, but we'll just see. So I've got the SIS ultrasound, as I mentioned, scheduled for next Wednesday in the morning. I don't really know what that is going to entail. As far as the blood work that I had done last time, that's what I'm kind of frustrated about, because I haven't been able to see my doctor since then. I was told that she wanted to discuss the results with me, but to wait until I started my cycle, and then to give her a call, and then we'd get the SIS scheduled, and then we would I guess talk from there. Well, I had the blood work done on the 2nd of August. It's now the 25th of August, and the only thing that I heard was on that last lab update that I told you guys, one of the nurses called back and said, hey, your LH is a little bit high. She mentioned something about PCOS possibly, and needing more blood work done. But we never scheduled that. It was always just when your cycle starts, you know, go ahead and you will come back in. So I guess that they assumed that would happen for a normal person like it's supposed to, so that it would happen in a faster timeline. But for me it didn't. So I finally went in this morning, and I just went and got the blood work done. I had called earlier this week and you know, was like, look, and I'm sorry for being so all over the place, but I was like, can I go ahead and get the blood work done? I have you know, we went ahead and scheduled the ultrasound at that same time. So she said, yeah, you don't even need an appointment to come in and get the blood work done. Just come in. And I was like, well, I wish you would have told me this, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, because I go in today, and I don't know if I'm just being really overly sensitive, but I just feel like I'm not really getting what I want out of this office. And I want a doctor who's going to care. Now, I think the doctor is fine. I think the doctor herself is fine, but I feel like I want somebody who cares about what we're going through, and I want people who understand why I want results so quickly. And I'm not being crazy by any means when I go in there, but I'm like, you know, when do you think that these results will be ready, the ones that I just got done today? And she's like, well, probably in like 2 weeks. And I'm like, 2 weeks? I mean, I didn't say this, I'm thinking this. But I'm like, 2 weeks? That just seems really an excessive amount of time to get blood work back, because my last blood work, granted it was different, it was back in like a week. So I just thought it was kind of odd. So what they checked me for today, it was a fasting lipid panel, I guess. And I don't even know what some of this stuff means on here. And again, it's like I try to ask questions, but the little tech comes to get me, and, you know, and brings me back, and I kind of asked her a little bit. I was like, so what is the testing or whatever? And she was like, yeah, she's going to check your your cholesterols, your liver functioning, hemoglobin levels, the glucose, so I don't know. So what it says on my little sheet here is, it says CMP. I don't have any idea what that is. I don't know. Hemoglobin A1C, insulin total, lipid panel, and that's it. So, I don't know. I just don't know. So, I don't know. And then, and I asked the lady when I was checking out, I was like, so, I had this other blood work done, never really got a definitive description of what was done, and so all she does is gives me, she's like, well, you want to talk to Diane, but she's with patients right now, so she gives me this number to call, just the extension of this other lady that's in there. So I was like, okay, so I should just call her and get a little bit more information. And she was like, yeah, that's fine. So of course, as I leave the doctor's office, I'm calling because I was hoping that I could at least leave a voicemail for her. So I call, and then of course it rings and rings and rings once I get her extension, and then it pops up and says, this person does not have a voicemail, and it just hangs up on me. So I'm like, okay, great. And I have a job that I can't, I don't get service when I'm at work. So if anybody tries to call me, they're going to get my voicemail. So this makes it really difficult for doctors and, dentists, things like this when I've had stuff in the past, having to call back and forth. It just makes it really difficult. So I don't know. I guess I'm going to call her every hour until I get her on the phone. I don't know. We'll see. Sorry to be so worked up. I feel like I'm worked up. So I apologize. And I'm heading back to work, so I wanted to, just kind of give you guys an update because I've been meaning to all week, and I've had kind of a stressful week. So anyway, the other thing, the only other things that I wanted to mention this week was, again, kind of the diet and fitness. I haven't been doing as well as I would like, but again, I'm still kind of waiting for results. I don't know if I need to go on a super restrictive diet until I get results back. My husband and I already eat pretty healthily as it is, so I could restrict carbs, I could restrict sugars, I could do all of those things, but I don't know if I just don't know. I am definitely a researcher, and I try not to go Google crazy or anything like that, so I love looking at the YouTube videos, but again, without having a very, a definitive diagnosis, I can't go anywhere with this. So when the lady at the front desk tells me 2 weeks, for your results to come back, and then I also have my ultrasound next week, it's like, okay, well, I'm like in limbo. I want to get going on this. I want to, get something going, and I can't until I get results back. I wish I could just go do my own blood work and take it off their hands and, just go do it myself in a little lab somewhere, but I can't do that. So that's where I feel like they're being a little bit insensitive, where, I almost want to ask the lady at the desk, like, well, have you had kids before? Have you had to struggle with this? Because I feel like, and I'm reading another book, you guys, I am just all over the place right now with these books. But I actually got this book yesterday. Dear God, Why Can't I Have a Baby by Janet Thompson. And I know that I have not been struggling for years and years and years with this, but I've always known that something about my body just isn't right. I've always felt that with, that part of me, with the reproductive part, that something just wasn't right, like I was going to have trouble. So sadly, that is the truth, and it's hard. And I've heard other people say that too, even the ones who have been through it for years and years, that they remember back at the beginning, that even at the beginning, after a year of trying, it wasn't easy, you expect to be able to get pregnant right away, and that doesn't happen, especially when you see, friends and family and stuff like that. So anyway, the latest thing that I'm researching, and I'm about to wrap up this video because I have 30 seconds left, is the low amylose diet. Subfertile Frugalista. She's a YouTuber. She's awesome. And her blogspot, Subfertile Frugalista, I don't know if I'm saying that right, .blogspot.com, and I'll put that down there as well. It's awesome. So anyway, I'm going to end this video, and I'm going to do an update tonight. So sorry these are so long and crazy. I love you guys. Bye.